Hello and welcome to Bonus Dad.
Bonus Daughter, a special father-daughter podcast with me, Hannah.
And me, Davey, where we discuss our differences, similarities,
Share a few laughs and stories
within our ever-changing and complex world.
Each week we will discuss a topic
From our own point of view.
and influences throughout the decades.
Or you could choose one by contacting us.
Via email, Instagram, Facebook or TikTok. Welcome.
That's not got old, has it, the clapperboard?
It has not.
It's not got old. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Welcome to another episode of Bonus Dad, Bonus Daughter. Very special episode because we're going to talk about witchcraft today and hopefully we're not going to get cursed.
No. So I wrote this one. I was like thinking, what other types of episodes could I write? You know, other ones do. And I thought, let's do, because I said in the New Year episode that I was going to do one on religion.
Yes.
Didn't I? And I said, going to get Father Jack in, and he's going to come in and talk about...
Father Jack.
I know, it's really funny calling Father Jack. He's my brother-in-law. But
Brother Jack.
Brother Jack. That's very monkey.
Monkey,
like as in monk.
Monk.
Yeah. Oh, talking about monks. Have you started watching The Mighty Nine?
No.
My lord.
Nilo.
Because Beauregard in that is a monk fighter in D&D.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a brilliant. You got Jester or Fjord.
I don't know what you're on about. I have no idea.
Where is the traveller?
Where
is the traveller? It's brilliant. Oh, I love the Mighty Nine. There's 6 of them. Then he goes, the guy goes, what are you called? They go, we are the Mighty Nine. And he goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do you know who plays one of the characters in it? Nathan Fillion.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
okay, fair
Nathan
enough.
Fillion
I am
plays
now
one.
way more interested.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, thought you'd like that.
I don't know whether to convince Mitchell to watch Firefly or not.
Yes, he's got to watch Firefly.
But I feel like it just ends.
Then you watch Serenity.
Yeah, but it's not as good.
Yeah, Serenity was was.
Was Mal in Serenity?
Did you? Yeah, he was. Of course he was. It's all of them. Yeah, of course he was. Did you actually know that? Because Joss Whedon wrote Firefly, didn't he?
Buffy, Dollhouse.
He was actually. There were going to be an episode of Firefly, and they were going to put Spike in it.
Oh,
as Spike.
I love James. Is it James Masters?
James Masters. Yeah.
What a lad.
Yeah.
What a lad.
Yes, but back to the episode because we do like a tangent or two. Witchcraft. So, how did I get there? Oh, yeah, because I started talking about religion, didn't I? So I thought I'd do a few episodes on alternative religions. So I thought I'd do one on witchcraft.
Yes.
And paganism. And I've also got one coming up on voodoo.
Have you?
On voodoo, yes.
Which I will not read.
I like voodoo.
I know you
I think it's great. And I do actually like Wicca and witchcraft. And I know you're quite witchy as well, aren't you?
I am witchy in aesthetics.
You're witchy in aesthetics.
Not so much in practice.
Yes.
I feel.
So I looked.
Or am I?
I looked at the kind of the deep history of modern Wicca, or how witchcraft has changed from how it was in ancient times to modern Wicca.
Let's get deep.
And so like a deep dive into it all. So
We've actually been to a witch museum. Do you remember?
I do, yes, and it's amazing.
Where?
Boscastle.
Yes.
In Cornwall.
Yes, it's very good.
And it's quite sad, really, because they that's where they had the flood.
Yeah.
And when you go into the Witchcraft Museum, they've still got the line of where the flood water went to.
Which was above my head.
It was, it was. I mean, you ever look at the YouTube videos of that, when that flood hit, it was just, my God.
The witches did not protect them then.
But did you know that there is a church on the opposite side of the road from the Witch Museum? Because remember, because the guy said they used to get hate mail from because of the Witch Museum. The hate mail, which kind of we will come on to, and
hate mail?
The hate and the shall we say misinformation about witchcraft.
Yeah.
So, because I've primarily looked at the UK and Britain, so I've not looked at any other, because otherwise it starts getting massive. And this would be a 6-parter. But I'd primarily focused on this episode on Britain because it isn't just that superstition of witchcraft. It is about religion, law, folklore, medicine as well.
Yeah.
Medicine, gender, class, and power.
Dum, 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 dum.
So I've looked at essentially 3,000 years.
Have you?
3,000 years.
Have you looked at 3,000 years
of
magical practice?
I've looked a little bit, yes, of magical practice in the British Isles, and I'm going to end the episode in the UK's unique role in creating modern day Wicca.
I'm going to get so many tattoo ideas from this episode.
You probably are. You probably are. So the first time you could argue that magic, witchcraft, all of that kind of came out was that we know of was about 800 BC. And
what were they doing in 800 BC?
It was the druids. It was Iron
The
Age Britain, and it was the druids. And the druids were educated elites, basically, within the Celtic tribes. And they were kind of like the judges, the priests, the healers, and of course the diviners. So they were the ones who could predict the future. And they were like essentially they were kind of like the seers and not like the leader of the tribe, but they were the
strategists.
Not the strategists, but they were like the older uncle, the ones who people look to for guidance. Right, yeah. Essentially, guidance.
The advisors.
Yeah. So when the Romans kind of came across and started butchering and slaughtering everybody, they one thing the Romans were good at is that they did write things down.
Yeah.
And so there is this is where we've got a lot of our knowledge from, because it's kind of third-hand information, because a lot of the druids, obviously, they would have been killed and they would have... So this is just what we know about them from the Romans, from what the Romans wrote. And they described that they could see people who were doing sort of like bird omen reading. So it would be like, there's a flock of birds over there, so that would be a dark sign for this, or the light is shining on the rock, or the sun's on the rock, which means we're going to have a good harvest this year, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. What has been disputed, though, is that they did write about that the druids did a lot of human sacrifices.
Right.
But it has been disputed.
Right.
By modern day scholars.
I think when it comes to history, like, we have to be careful with what we're reading and what we're taking at face value, because often when history is his story, right?
That's right.
So it's what they've written and what they want their deity to be perceived, not deity, what their higher ups want to be perceived to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
can you imagine them
they're
writing
probably
back?
saying, "Oh yeah, the druids did this and the druids did that," but they probably didn't. They just
exactly.
They're just making them out to be horrible.
Yeah, villainising them. Yeah. Because it is, history is written by the victor. Yeah. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah. Obviously they're going to talk poorly of the people that they defeated.
Of course they are.
Or didn't like.
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah. Of course they are. They also described that they would do weather magic and blessings as well.
Okay.
And again, that would be things like rain dances.
Yeah.
Things like that.
An earthquake happened. Oh, it must have been them.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly that. And they also described that there was a lot of herbal healing going on.
Yeah.
The usage of plants like yarrow, mugwort, and mistletoe.
Very early, probably early medicine at this point.
Early medicine, yeah, yeah. I actually think we've probably lost a lot of knowledge.
I think we have as
through
well.
that.
I think there's a lot in nature that we could probably harness.
Yeah.
But of course, the artificial roots, they get more money. Big Pharma gets more money out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go into Big Pharma, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They are profiting off people's illness.
Yeah, whereas you could get plants that you could grow in your own home that would help certain things, help certain people, and you're not allowed to because it's illegal.
Yes.
Let's just leave that there. So because we've got Stonehenge.
We do.
You've seen Stonehenge a few times, haven't you?
We have been to Stonehenge once.
I'll say, well, we have.
Me and you and Mum, when we went to Longleat.
Yeah, but me and your mum have been a couple of times.
Well, I've only been once.
You've only been once.
I've been past it a lot. You can see it from the road.
It is quite... Yeah, you can see it from the A303.
I know this is going to sound really stupid, and I was quite young, so I was quite small.
Yeah.
I did not expect the rocks to be that big.
They are huge. And they're
very tall.
They are very tall.
In pictures, they don't look as tall.
That's a weird vibe as well, isn't it?
I need a banana for scale. That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't look that... Like, in pictures, I don't think it looks as impressive as it is close up.
Yeah.
Whereas I hear the opposite from Mount Rushmore. Apparently, Mount Rushmore is actually quite small.
Yeah.
It isn't in... Like, when you're close up to it, it's not that big a mountain. But I thought it was a massive mountain face.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. But, yeah, Stonehenge... I mean, we've got Seahenge in Norfolk. They recently found that, didn't they?
I don't know.
With the wooden structure, very similar.
Oh, okay.
But what's interesting about Stonehenge is we're still not 100% sure what it is.
I mean, its positioning is odd, isn't it?
Its positioning is very odd. So the sun will come down through the summer solstice, and it looks like it's some kind of clock, or it's something to map the seasons, or something like that. But
fun fact about calendar making.
yeah,
so it's kind of now very well regarded in historians that women were actually the creators of a calendar.
mm-hmm.
Because if you think about it, why would men need a 28-day cycle?
Exactly.
Why would women need a 28-day cycle? Their menstrual cycle.
Yeah. Well,
so it was to map out the body and why they would need it in that way. Apparently, it's more likely to be a woman that created the calendar.
Well, there were only 10 months originally.
Yes.
Because July and August were added because Julius Caesar and
well, I think this is what pisses me off about the calendar, is that we actually could have 13 legitimate same timed months, couldn't we?
Yes.
How it works.
Yes.
We can have 28-day.
Yes, we
months.
can, and it would make so much more sense.
It would.
It would make so much more sense.
13 months in the year.
Yeah. No leap years, no 31 days. That's September, April, June, and May.
November.
No, can you remember that episode of Parks and Rec?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. I was like, why are you saying it wrong?
Yeah, but it does. So, but Stonehenge actually predates the Druids. It was there before the Druids. That's how old it is. But no one knows how it got there. Although you keep hearing theories every now and again, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? So in Scotland and Ireland, especially fairies were treated as real beings.
Yeah.
They were very, very they believed a lot in fairies in Scotland and Ireland.
Pixies in Cornwall?
Yeah, pixies in Cornwall.
So it's the same...
It's that same, sort of the outer parts, the Picts.
Yeah.
So Picts and the Britons.
It's the same legend, just told in different ways.
Exactly.
Which makes me think...
Yeah. But they believed that
an
fairies...
extinct beast.
Exactly, yeah. But they believed that fairies actually either blessed or harmed humans, depending on what you did with them.
Oh.
So there you go.
What, like the soul?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
The reason why I mention fairies is because later witchcraft confessions...
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come on to that. They reference that they had fairy familiars. So they'd have cats, black cats.
Yeah.
But also fairies.
The black cat thing is a thing.
Yeah.
It was in practical magic.
Yeah. And apparently, when some of the witchcraft confessions, they would say in there that they received their healing knowledge from the fair folk.
Oh.
See, so it's the idea is that the
forest people.
The forest people and the fairies were the ones that gave the witches the power.
Right.
And gave them a what they call a second sight. Obviously, the ability to.
Is it possible
see
that
in the future.
the witches,
mm-hmm.
and I do mean with quotation mark, were they just medical healers?
Some of them were just people.
I imagine that. So you would have, say, warts or something.
Yeah.
You'd go to a witch, and she'd be like, "Oh, hi! If you use this leaf in this thing, because that's what a potion is."
Exactly.
It's the same thing, isn't it? They're healers. They're just It's just been misconstrued over time because they're like, oh, we can't, we don't know what this is, and therefore we need to be scared of it, and therefore we're going to call them witches.
Goes against God.
It does go against God.
And that's where a lot of it comes from. I promised. I made a promise to myself that I wasn't going to be very anti-religion on this episode, and I'm going to be careful.
Right, it is anti-God, sure, if you want to think about it that way. But why wouldn't it be better of a god to make a race that can heal itself? And doesn't that make a more better? I can't. Doesn't that make a god? I just ruined my New Year's resolution.
You have ruined your New Year's resolution.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, wouldn't that be a more intelligent god to make a band of people that can actually help themselves?
You think so, wouldn't you? And the whole idea of free will isn't one of the Almighty's.
Yeah, I just don't understand why
the good old Sky Wizard came up with that one.
I can't understand why they think certain things are against God.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how far can you go?
Exactly.
I would argue AI is against God.
Exactly.
Remember,
this is back then. Isn't
I know AI isn't a thing then, but I'm just saying, it just feels like It's just a silly.
Yeah.
Just a silly
Anyway, which God are you talking about? Are you talking about Old Testament God or New Testament God? Because they're completely different.
Oh yeah, exactly. There's two different gods as well. Like, Old Testament God is like, I'm gonna
Wrathful.
He was a angry bastard.
He was, wasn't he? Yeah.
Old Testament. God.
Oh,
New Testament God. He's like,
yeah,
hi.
yeah. So
Hi, God.
yeah, he went to therapy.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, he went to
Yeah.
therapy.
Do you think it's pre and post therapy?
He's had counselling. Yeah, he had a little bit of counselling.
He talked to old Gabriel and was like, "Hey, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot more chill about the world.
Yeah.
Okay, let's write a different book then, and let's amalgamate the two."
I mean, I gave everyone free will and was like, oh, hang on, they're building a tower to try and get to me. I'm going to stop them from doing that. And, they've annoyed me today, so I'm going to flood the world and kill them all.
Yeah. He had a bad temper.
He did have a bad temper.
Like quick-tempered as well.
Yeah, he really was.
He made brash decisions.
He did indeed. Let's turn that lot to... Oh, no, can't have Sodom and Gomorrah having fun.
Yeah.
Jesus, wept. Yeah. Oh, here you go. You can have this garden all to yourself, and I'm going to riddle it with temptation, so don't eat that apple.
Yeah. Oh, look at these hailstones.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a load
Jesus
of this.
Christ. Book of Job. Let's not go there.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. Anyway, we're digressing slightly.
After we said, we won't talk
We're going
about
to religion, yeah. But then in the 5th to the 11th centuries, we had kind of Anglo-Saxon magic.
Ooh.
Yes, and they had things...
This is where pagans come in.
This is where pagans came in. And a lot of it was kind of mixed in as well with Viking. Mm-hmm. So, of course, the Norse gods, you had the pagan gods, you had the Norse gods. But then this is where Christianity started to creep in as well. So you had the kind of mix of things. Mm-hmm. And this is where they're saying like the witchcraft was more pagan. That was the bad stuff. It's, the pagan gods like Woden, Thor, Odin, all of that.
Voodoo.
But theoretically, you're right in what you said before. A lot of it was just practicing herbal remedies.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
I think when it comes to fertility as well, like there was probably a lot of women who weren't eating properly.
Yeah.
And therefore that's why when they were suddenly given vegetables and given like actual greenery, they're like, oh, my periods have come back. Oh, now I can get pregnant.
Exactly. Well, they had a ritual back.
Lack of knowledge.
Pagans had a ritual back then called the field remedy, and that would be a ritual to restore fertility to the ground. After it had been farmed.
Right, yeah.
And you'd be like giving,
basically
fertilizing the ground to make it. Because a lot of pagans, so this is, sorry, I'm going to go on one. But this is where it's like, when you think, well, why do we bury people when we're supposed to be going to heaven, which is up there? But it's actually a pagan ritual where you would bury people because you're giving them back to the earth.
Yeah.
To give the body back to the earth because they see nature as being...
You'd think that, one, you wouldn't want to bury someone to the ground because we often think of the ground as hell. And also, cremation, you're burning a body, which is a very hellish thing to do again as well. Like, it just does seem a little bit backwards. I'm not really sure where the whole...
Well, do you know where hell comes from? The concept of hell.
I can't remember.
It's
a sinner situation.
Yeah, but in the Christian... But so hell, it's the word hell is a Norse god.
Oh.
And it is she live
in the sun.
No, because you have lots of different heavens, don't you? In Norse mythology, you've got Valhalla. Hell, the ruler of hell was hell,
right? And
it was like the peace, tranquil thing. But again, Christians came along and go, "Oh no, hell is hell. It's hell." That's how it got distorted and pulled down underneath. Right. That's the history of it. That's how it happened. The fallen. Yeah. Okay. That's how it happened. But it's burying and giving people to the ground is actually pagan.
Yeah.
It's talking about the Christmas episode, isn't it? Is it pagan? Is it Christian?
Yeah.
Yeah, and a mixture of the things. But but interestingly enough, early on they hadn't really thought about, let's link it all to the devil and satanic and all of that. With the early witches in the 5th to the 11th century, what they did is they were just saying because their magic is harmful. There was no direct link to the devil or Satan or Lucifer, Beelzebub, or whatever you want to call him, the morning star. They were, it was more about fear of the harmful magic. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. So for the next 300 years, in the medieval Christian era.
Yeah.
So again, there was lots of magic everywhere, but still not directly correlated with Satan at this point.
Okay.
It was still to do, I think they were eyeing them up. They're just watching them, getting ready for it. So but the church got worried.
Of course.
The church got worried, and they were going around saying that the witches did not actually have any supernatural powers.
They probably didn't.
They didn't, and that they were deluded or tricking people. So you can see the narrative starting.
They're twisting it.
Yeah, you can see it starting to happen.
I feel sorry for these healers.
Exactly. So the church are going around basically, it's fake news.
Yeah,
they're terrible. Don't listen to them. They're tricking you. Listen to me. I'm the best.
Yeah.
All of that. Sorry, I do apologise. It's going to be one of them days. So during that time as well, the harsh punishment didn't start coming in just yet.
Okay.
So again, they're building. They're starting to build. With this kind of, it's that they're trying to segregate them a little bit and saying those people, then they're not great. They're trying to trick you. Don't listen to them. Yeah. Yeah. See what those.
I get you.
And
Cunning folk.
the Cunning Folk, yes. So what the Cunning Folk were kind of like witches as well within Britain, and they were widespread across the whole of the UK. And they were healers.
Told
again,
you.
Yeah. They were fortune tellers, charm makers, and midwives. So essentially, this is the NHS.
This is the NHS.
It's early witches. Early witches were the NHS.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got counsellors.
Yeah.
Doctors.
Yeah.
Nurses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the NHS.
This is early NHS. Yeah. And a lot of communities really, really depended on them, like in especially rural Wales and where we are in East Anglia.
Yes.
Yes, a lot around here. We're very kind of, our history in this part of the world is quite witchy as well. Mm. And Scottish Highlands as well.
Yes.
Up in Scotland.
Yeah.
Okay. So they would use charms, runes, herbal salves, prayers even to a degree, but not praying to they would pray to Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Exactly. They would do protective magic circles, and they would also create like little hex bags, little bottles to hold curses in. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it is very.
It's almost like they played into the narrative. It's labelling theory, isn't it?
It is.
People started labeling them as what they were, and they were like, "All right, then we'll lean into it."
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but most people who actually went to these healers and these common folk, or the Cunning Folk, sorry, they were actually just looking for help. Yeah. They're like, I've got these boils, like you said, warts.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. I've got a rash come up, or I'm feeling a little bit ropey today. Eat some mugwort, mix it with some tea made from mistletoe, and you'll be reet in the morning.
You'll
be reet in the morning.
If you go to a healer back then with a tight chest, which could have been anxiety, it could have been a heart attack, whatever it was. Yeah. And then they give you something and it helps, then. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was no evidence at the time that they ever cursed anybody.
No, of course not.
No evidence of that at all. No evidence at all.
Witches are just misunderstood.
Wicca is completely misunderstood. Yeah. It's still got that, even now when you think of Wicca, you think it's like black, like pentagrams and stuff. It's not
Blair
a lot.
Witch
A lot of it is a lot of it's white, white witches, and that it's actually
good magic.
It's good. It's actually really, really positive. Really positive. Now, for the next 300 years. Right. This is when it kicked off.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, in fact, 1400s to the 1700s, the witch hunt started.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and they basically intensified during this period because then it came out that they would.
What annoys me about the witch hunts was, let's try and kill them. If they don't die, they're a witch. Yeah. But now you've just got loads of dead women.
Exactly.
The ducking stool is still in Canterbury. I've seen it. It's like, it's just so crazy to me that, oh no, they died. Yeah. We were wrong. But now we're not going to get punished for it.
Yeah. And I've got some facts about the witch hunting time as well. So this is where the idea of the pacts with the devil came in. Ooh. They're in league with Satan.
Satanic.
Satanic devils.
Like D&D, let's go.
Yes, and it was mainly the Christian church that started all this off. And they would also blame witches on the plague. They would blame witches for any famine.
I think
They would blame witches for political instability. Basically, local feuds, anything that went
they
wrong,
could just blame it on them.
they could blame it on them.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, society still does today.
We blame everything on other people.
Yes.
And it's mostly our fault.
Exactly. Yes. So, do you know how many people were killed in Scotland alone between 1560 and
I wouldn't even
1736?
like to guess. I wouldn't even like to guess.
Well, it's an estimated figure between 3,000 and 4,000 executed.
yeah.
So,
And none of them were like, oh, we were wrong. It
No.
was, oh, let's find the next one. Oh, that one's
Exactly.
dead.
yeah,
Like, how many people did they have to kill to realise that this
Well, they were-
wasn't a thing?
they were idiots. Absolute idiots. So apparently, the reason why Scotland was more extreme is because they were much more religious at the time. They genuinely believed that witches had met the devil physically. Jesus, and it was the church courts that held authority over it.
Of course. Yeah,
Is it?
of course.
And judicial torture was allowed under Scottish law as well. So they would torture them.
Oh,
Yeah,
those
dear
poor
Lord.
women.
Yeah. So in
Do
80,
you think this was just another way to repress women?
yeah, yeah, I do
You
think
didn't
so.
hear of any male witches,
Yeah.
warlocks.
Well, so 85% in Scotland of the accused were women.
Doesn't surprise me.
85%. So do you know there was over
We were the ones that are tempted by the snake.
exactly.
It's always women's
It's
fault,
always
isn't
women.
it?
Yeah. So there
Let's
was
be honest.
70 women got accused of raising a storm to try and kill James VI. Yep.
I mean, what was James VI doing at this time?
Well, exactly.
What's
Well, he
his
went out without
story?
his coat apparently. So
He went without his coat.
Yeah.
I mean, did he deserve it? Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know too much about James.
What's James VI?
James VI.
Shall I just put controversy?
Yeah.
See what happens?
But going on to England, it wasn't as so. It's a bit more legal in England, not as barbaric as it was in Scotland in them. But there were still over 500 executions.
I mean, he was into lavish spending, clashes with Parliament over taxation and religion, absolutist tendencies. I think this guy may have deserved the storm. Sorry, King James the Sixth, is it pronounced?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and First of England. Oh, he's James First of England.
Yeah.
Oh.
So in England, there was about 500 executions.
Oh, he was LGBTQ plus though.
Was he?
Yeah.
Mm.
he was ahead of the time on that.
Mm.
He as in pro.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, there's about 500 executions in England.
Jeez.
But the reason why there probably weren't as many is because the English courts actually demanded evidence.
Of course.
But then again, you think what the evidence was. I saw her turn a frog into a cat.
Okay. And
You know, that would be
Southern Western.
Yeah, I don't know what ass. Oh, no, I don't know. But that would be if someone would give evidence and said they saw something.
Yeah.
You know, and then that would probably be enough witness testimony.
Yeah, which we know is bad.
Yeah.
Eyewitness testimony is not good.
Yeah. There was a group called the Pendle witches in 1612 in Lancashire, and there were 12 accused of witchcraft in one hit.
Ooh,
Yeah, and
a whole coven then.
yeah, this was whole covenant. Yeah, and this was quite a famous case because it was based on family rivals.
The
Yeah.
Montagues and the Capulets.
Yeah, and that one group accused the others of being witches, and 10 of them got executed.
Eek.
Yeah,
So they got rid of the
they got rid of them. Yeah.
Capulets.
Now, there is one man who's very, very famous called Matthew Hopkins, and he was known as the Witchfinder General. And the only reason I knew this story of Matthew Hopkins is because it was a Hammer film called The Witchfinder General, which I watched when I was very young.
Too young.
I was way too young to watch that. And it had Vincent Price in it, and I think Vincent Price played Matthew Hopkins, the Witchfinder
okay.
General. And it had Ian Ogilvy in it as well, who was the original saint.
Right.
And he alone, Matthew Hopkins, bearing in mind 500 women were killed in England accused of witches. He was responsible for a fifth of them.
Oh shit!
So that's why I called him the
He's got a
Witchfinder.
lot on his head then.
Yeah, he was.
A lot of blood on his hands.
Yeah, he killed over 100 women, accused them of witchcraft, and
I just want to cut in a little bit here.
Mm.
I wonder. My mind has already gone to abuse, right? So my mind has gone to. I wonder how many husbands got sick of their wives and said,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
a witch,"
Yeah.
just to use as an excuse to marry
course it
another
happened.
person or have
Yeah.
a mistress or.
Yeah.
I wonder. Women are just so disrespected throughout history.
Yeah.
It's hard to be a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, we're better now in this day and age. I guess being a woman right now is not as bad comparatively. But oh my
Yeah.
goodness, like, come on.
Yeah.
It's written in the stars. I can't believe that anyone can say, like, look back in history and be like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
oh no, it wasn't that bad for women. Like,
Genuinely
seriously?
was.
Like,
Genuinely was.
it's so bad. It's
Yeah.
so bad. Carry on, sorry.
But he would use illegal torture methods, and I think he was
Of course he would.
he would like watch people for days. He was obsessed.
Stalker.
Yeah, this man was absolutely obsessed with hunting witches. Made it his
Women.
hunting women. Yeah, but in Wales and Ireland,
Sounds
you
a
will
bit
be
of a creep
pleased to
to
know.
me.
Yeah, you'll be pleased to know in Wales and Ireland that wasn't so much of a thing.
No,
The witch hunts.
they were more accepting.
They were more accepting because they still managed to believe, because they weren't as close to the church as what Scotland and England were.
Ironically, Ireland wasn't that close to the church. That sounds crazy to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Doesn't it?
that comes later on.
Okay.
But yeah, they were still very fairy-based folklore.
Yeah.
So they still maintained that they still were very accepting
like,
of witchcraft and
yeah,
early Wicca.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for them.
In fact, there was only one confirmed execution in Ireland for witchcraft.
Oh,
And it was a lady by the name of Goody Glover.
that does sound like a witch name.
The
to be
witchy
fair.
name, yeah. And that was in 1688.
Oh,
Yeah.
in Boston.
And she got killed, actually not in Ireland, but emigrated to Boston, America,
Right.
landed on Boston shores,
Right, and then got.
and then got charged with witchcraft.
I don't think Ireland can be held responsible for that.
Ireland
though.
can't be held
She just
responsible
happened to
for
be
that.
Irish. That's what
Yeah.
we're saying.
She happened to be Irish, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn.
I've just realised actually how long we've been talking for. And I think this is going to be a two-parter, Hannah,
Ah, okay. Let's go.
because we've got quite a lot to go through.
Let's go two-parter.
So we've got in 1700, for the next 100 years, up to about 1800s, we had the decline of witch hunting. I think people, it
Yippee!
took them that long to realise, actually, this isn't great.
Yeah, fair
This
enough.
isn't great. So people actually started being a little bit more rational about it.
Oh, yay!
Yeah,
Yippee!
yeah,
Who was in power in the 1700s?
yeah. So the courts as well were starting to get a little bit more sceptical of the evidence that was being presented.
Yeah. Oh, William III. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So they started to realise probably that not everyone was telling the truth when Hannah would turn the owl into a cat or
Yeah.
vice versa. Yes,
I'll do that later.
exactly.
Off camera.
Yeah. And they started to realise as well that some of the possession cases that were being brought forward was probably starting to be more like mental illness.
Right.
It's, hang on a minute.
Actually.
She's had the flu for 2 weeks. That must be Brenda down the road who's casting hexes on her. Let's hang Brenda. So yeah, but in 1735 they had what was known as the Witchcraft Act, and that was crucial in the fact that they turned around and said that witches do not exist as part of the Witchcraft Act. What do you think of that one?
Well.
But what it did do is it punished people for pretending to do magic.
Right. Okay.
You see what I mean? It says witches don't exist, but if you pretend to do it, you could still be. But but the reason why they did that is because they were targeting people who were being fraudulent,
Yes.
such as fortune tellers,
Yeah. Okay.
things like that.
Yeah, taking advantage.
Exactly.
Mediums, etc., etc.
Exactly.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people should not be taken advantage of.
No.
However, I can also see the other point of it. If there were healers there practicing healing, as to help people. Basically, the start of Big Pharma.
Yeah.
I can kind of understand where they're coming from a little bit.
Yeah.
However, if someone was actually genuinely helping people, I am wondering where they fell in this.
Exactly.
Act.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah. But even
were witches Big Pharma? Is that we've come full circle?
Yeah. Or hoarding mugwort and mistletoe.
Yeah.
So, but there was
Moderna.
Yeah.
Sounds like a witch name, to be fair.
But even though
Pfizer,
AstraZeneca.
Yeah. See, they're all witch names.
They are, aren't they? Yeah. But even though that was that change in the law, people would still, as we do today, you still had that little niggle in the back of your head. What if I have the amethyst rock? What if I get that love charm? What if I, what do I need to do to get that protection against fairies? And there were a couple of people, men actually. There was a guy by the name of George Pickingill, and he lived in 1824, and he still maintained himself as an Essex cunning man, so part of the Cunning Folk.
Okay.
And there was another guy called James Murrell, and he was Cunning Murrell of Essex. He was.
Why are they all in Essex?
Yeah, and he was a specialist in exorcism. So if someone was possessed.
Yeah. Well, we still need some of them in this world.
But the difference here is he wasn't a Catholic exorcist or a church exorcist.
Oh.
He was a witch exorcist.
Demon exorcist.
Yeah. No, as in he wouldn't read from the Bible. He would
witch scripture.
It wouldn't be that. It would be lay them down with the herbs and the things. And you've seen some of the seen some films where they, like, ancient tribes will have their own version of cleansing rituals. He would do that. That's what he would do.
Do you think he just knew what epilepsy was, and therefore when anyone was convulsing, he would be like, I know the cure for convulsing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Like modern, like if you think about when you see movies of exorcisms happening in no matter what religion, they're always having a convulsion, a fit.
Yeah.
That was epilepsy. So what I'm saying is maybe he just had a drug that stopped you from convulsing, or naturally an epileptic fit was over.
Could be.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I think because the next section, we're coming onto the Victorian era.
Bum, bum, bum.
And I think if we end the episode here and come into Victorian times with the next one, because the next section is going to be quite long, because I'm going to talk about a guy called Aleister Crowley.
Ooh,
have you ever heard that name?
I know Crowley.
Yeah, well, in fact, Crowley from Supernatural, Fergal, the reason why they called the character Crowley was because of this guy.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about Aleister Crowley. He's a very interesting character.
Lovely.
So let's end the episode there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us for part 1 of Witchcraft, which we didn't know when we first started this episode, so I guess apologies.
I didn't realise how much I wrote much I know about this.
There is a lot here. But if you enjoyed this episode, we have other episodes in the past that are somewhat witchy. There's some witchiness going on and other things, so check us out. We're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on all of those things, which is in the outro, so I don't actually need to say any of this. We hope that you have a lovely day and a lovely start to 2026, because that's where this episode will be in 2026, even though we're still in 2025, which I feel like is a witchcraft in itself.
Do you know what I did the other day? I've already started putting the wrong date on things.
Well, the thing is, you can easily change a 5 to a 6.
Yeah.
So a nice easy one this year.
Not in an email that you send.
No, that is true.
Yeah.
I mean, the written word is lost, I know.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Okay. Nothing left more to say then. Cue the outro.
Thanks for joining us on Bonus Dad, Bonus Daughter. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials and share the podcast with someone who'd love it. We are available on all streaming platforms. See you next time. Bye-bye.